and he's in the UK, visiting different places, and we found that he was quite close to us. So we grabbed the opportunity to invite him here. So thank you, Prabhu, for coming. And he's originally from Ukraine. He has some absolutely wonderful things to share. A treasure, and a treasure that he received from his mother, because his mother was a devotee, and she was very kind and generous. He passed it on to him. And how amazing! We were talking at one time in the garden, and he said his mother passed away in Mayapur, in the Holy Land. So that was amazing. So he's stayed in Vrindavan and Mayapur for many years, originally from Ukraine, and he trained in Ukraine, and now he's a world treasure. He travels around the world, visiting lots of people, lots of centers, and sharing this amazing confidential knowledge. So today he has come here to share this great treasure with us, some message from Bhagavad Gita, and we welcome you to our Center Blue. Thank you for coming. So to welcome, let's say Hare Krishna mantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna to everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hi, Bo. It's nice to be here in your wonderful, beautiful, glorious place of York. Actually, as far as I understood, this place is origin of New York, right? And New York is a great city, materialistic capital of the world. So probably everything started here, yeah? And then expanded. So here we are, in Holy Dham. I came from Vrindavan to your Holy Dham, Holy York. So, it is a great privilege to be here in your association today. Today is a auspicious day. Today is the disappearance of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Shikadadhar Pandit. But we're going to speak about more simple things because it's a little bit esoteric. Okay? If you don't mind. So today I would like to speak about why be Krishna conscious. Is it okay?
Perfect.
Is it good to be? Or the power of Bhakti Yoga. Alright? Would you like to hear? Okay. Don't sleep. Okay. Why be Krishna conscious? We conscious living beings. We have a consciousness, right? And consciousness it's hard to determine its concept, What is consciousness? But we could say that consciousness is the energy of the soul, self-awareness, self-awakening, self-cognizant. And consciousness is, it is saying that Atmavan Manyate Jagat. It is Vedic aphorism. It is saying that reality, consciousness determines reality. Right? Our consciousness, we see in realities, we perceive realities with the prism of our consciousness. And therefore, the quality of observable depends on purity of observer, right? So, Atmavan Jagat, and consciousness has essential quality. Wherever it plays at, it painted or observed the environment. Like, you put some crystal gem in some kind of background, and it's painted by this background. So in the same way, wherever we place it, so we imbibe, we absorb surrounding. You know, we become kind of painted by these colors. For example, we placed in material world in York, so we become York conscious, or Leicester conscious, or London, or New York conscious, or maybe, I don't know, Mumbai, Delhi, India conscious, whatever conscious, Maya conscious finally, and family conscious, children conscious, dog conscious, job or money, whatever conscious, right? So wherever we place it. So now here we are, we're in York and we're York conscious. Why be Krishna conscious? We can ask. Why, namely Krishna consciousness? Maybe we can be Hindu conscious or Christian or Muslim conscious, right? Why namely be Krishna conscious? And I'll tell you. I'll give you about 8 key points why we should be Krishna conscious, not other conscious. Is it okay? So for that we are addressed for 2 ancient yoga texts. Timeless Wisdom of the Vedas, which is a perfect book of knowledge, perfect theistic science, which is Bhagavad Gita, as it is. It is considered to be conclusion of all the Vedas and summary study of all the Vedic literature. Whoever tried to understand Bhagavad Gita in disciplic succession without any personal interpretation, he will surpass all the religions of the world and all the Vedic wisdom. So this is a very great book. And we'll look at chapter 9, which is entitled Rajya Guhyam, confidential knowledge. And text number 2, very famous text. So we'll read together. Everyone has smartphones, database, or we have some Bhagavad Gita.
We have some Bhagavad Gita copies as well.
So we distribute Bhagavad Gita to everyone. So let us start with prayers while we distribute Bhagavad Gita. Just follow me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Rajya Vidyam Rajya Guhyam.
Rajya Vidya Rajya Guhyam.
Pavitramidam Uttama.
Pavitramidam Uttama.
9-2. Chapter 9, text 2.
Pratyakshavadamam dharmyam.
Susukam kartum avyayam.
Susukam kartamabhyayam.
Rajya Vidyam Rajya Guhyam.
Rajya Vidya Rajya Guhyam.
Pavitramidam Uttama.
Pavitramidam Uttama.
Pratyakshavadamam dharmyam.
Pratyakshavadamam dharmyam.
Susukam kartum avyayam.
Susukam kartamabhyayam.
Translation: the knowledge is the king of education. This knowledge is the king of education. 9.2 Bhagavad Gita.
Sorry,
Just-
what page in this book?
9.2.
Chapter 9,
Chapter 9,
text 2.
Text 2.
So listen carefully, I'll read translation. Okay.
That's 4:30.
If you don't find, I just listen to me. I will deliver the message.
9.
This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfect of religion. It is everlasting, and it is joyfully performed. This chapter of Bhagavad Gita is called the king of education because it is the essence of all doctrines and philosophies explained before. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Jnana Chalakaya Chakshur Mritamina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Stapitam Yenam Tadesmam Rupakadamahyam Tadati Svapadantikam Vanchakalpatarupyascha Kripasindubhavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Namo Krishna Padaya Krishna Prasthati Vaishnavi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashtiti Vaishnavi Namo Bhakti Vedanta Sachitana Guru Shakti Swapara Pungavati Так вийшло начимо посутим сожаление Шакти Данцу Анани Анани Шастам Чанам Шанам Парама Бхагавати Пурушая Тупья. Why we be Krishna conscious? So this is king of all knowledge. This is called Raja Vidyam. King of all education, because it is the essence of all doctrines and philosophies explained so far by Krishna. So Krishna explained a lot of different doctrines, a lot of different philosophies in Bhagavad Gita before he came to this point. He explained science of the soul, Sankhya Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, this and that, so many, even materialistic philosophies. Now he came to the point to explain most confidential knowledge, king of all education, king of all knowledges, Christ Jew of all knowledges, Raja Vidya. And who is Krishna? Krishna is the supreme authority. We know that throughout the whole Vedic literature it is proclaimed that Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. And Bhagavad Gita itself says that why Krishna is the supreme. It is saying in Bhagavad Gita that Krishna Vedashta Sarvayam Aham Eva Vedi Vedanta Krit Vedavid Eva Chaham. Why we accept Krishna's authority? Because it is saying in Bhagavad Gita, it is saying that what is the purpose of the Vedas? To know Krishna, because he is a compiler of Vedanta, and he is a what is called by Vedas to be known. So his Vedas meant to understand Krishna finally. So he is the supreme, and this knowledge spoken by Krishna. He said many different things, and he said this verse, which explains each and every word here in this verse, includes many different concepts or philosophies, let's say, ideas. And on the basis of this verse, we'll bring up 8 key points, or cutting-edge points, which help us to understand why be Krishna conscious. Right? Okay, so we'll use Sanskrit language, Sanskrit terms to explain the essence of this philosophy, because Sanskrit language is divine and it's used by heavenly denizens, or demigods. Right? Okay, so first point is Raja Vidya. Raja Vidya. Raja Vidya means king of all knowledges. It is most greatest knowledge. It is Christ jewel of all knowledges. And it's not like ordinary, mundane, mediocre, informative knowledge, which you can get in any, maybe this York University, which is considered to be high rate among the different educational institutions in UK, right? I heard it's like number 10, so it's good, but if you go there, you never find the department which teach you the science of the soul or science of self-realization. There is no such a department. Although they teach us many things, physics, mathematics, maybe astrology, I don't know, astronomy, what else?
Data science.
Ah,
Data science.
data science, yeah, computer science, nuclear science, whatever science, so many different things. And it looks like very, like impressive, but there is no confidential knowledge, which is knowledge about self. And it's called decoration of the dead body, actually, because they're teaching about material things, gross. But soul is the most essential part of whole thing. So, because we are souls, we are spirit souls, and we're not just bodies. This is the first lesson in Bhagavad Gita. And if you don't understand the science of the soul, what's the use of all other sciences? Just, like, we're speaking about death corpse, which is this body. So we need exact and direct science, which is science of self-realization or king of knowledges. And I don't want to offend modern education, but you see this modern education probably teach and prepare people like qualified low-class kind of people, those who can be engaged in different services, like, I don't know, taxi driver or pizza deliverer or some kind of accountant or whatever. And it's low class because although it just looks like people know different skills, it's skills based basically. It's not quality based. It's skills based. Like people know Google, maybe Google Map, navigator. They know how to drive scooter or car or how to use Apple Pay or QR code, whatever, But it is, it is technical knowledge, skills based. It's not really knowledge in true sense. In true sense. Okay, anyway, but this is knowledge. It is called PhD of spiritual life, PhD of spiritual science. It's self-transforming knowledge. By accepting this knowledge, you just transform your heart, you just transform your consciousness. You elevate yourself. It's not just informative knowledge. It's a divine, transcendental, Divya Gyan. It's called Divya Gyan. And this is very beautiful. The knowledge about the activity of eternal soul is called here the king of knowledge, the most secret part. And okay. And this is knowledge is meant for kings. It's not for ordinary men. It's meant for kings because it's called Raja Vidya. Raja means king. King of knowledge means meant for kings or what is called? Yeah, that's Raja Vidya. And kings are powerful people, right? And not like kind of ordinary executive managers or heads, but these kings, speaking about kings, those who in universal management, they're called Raja Rishis or saintly kings. And Krishna explained about that. Imam Vivasvat Virgam Praktavam Avam Avyayam Manuklik Vivasvan Manavat sorry. Vivasvan Manavat Praha Manuklik Shvaka Vivik. So Krishna explained that this is ancient knowledge. He said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god, Vivasvan. Sun god. It's not Uncle Sam, it's a sun god. Then Vivasvan instructed to Manu, father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku is the head of dynasty, Sun dynasty. Lord Rama came in this dynasty. So this is universal management. It's not like kind of local village, what is called council, we passed some sign there on the building. It's not like that. So this is universal management. It's meant for the great leaders of universe, for the saintly kings, Raja Rishis. And Bhagavad Gita, this knowledge it's not kind of theoretical, dry philosophy. This is real practical knowledge. How to plan your life, how to transform your life, how to live according to that knowledge. How to live in the spirit of renunciation in this world. Not just, make an excuse and escape from material life. Kind of escapism. No, this is real knowledge which can help you live in this world, but in the spirit of renunciation. This is very practical. Therefore, it's called the knowledge of kings, the secret of kings. Okay, so this I told about first point. Now we're going to the next, which is called Raja Guhyam. Second point, why we should be Krishna conscious and why this knowledge is powerful and perfect knowledge of Bhakti Yoga. So Raja Guhyam. Raja Guhyam means, does anybody knows what is Raja Guhyam?
The most confidential.
Probably, but no.
Confidential.
Most
It is
confidential.
the secret of all knowledge. It's confidential. Guhyam means secret. Secret. So how is it secret? Why is it secret? You see, everyone has it in his smartphones and databases. Yeah? Why is it secret? So this is knowledge about the activity of eternal soul, and this is very secret knowledge, actually. Tell me honestly, before you joined, before you came to Krishna consciousness, did you heard about this knowledge somewhere? Has anybody heard something like that, similar? Nothing, right? Before you joined, nobody probably never came in touch with such kind of profound, deep, delicate knowledge about the soul. It's beautiful. So that's why it's called secret knowledge. You have to appreciate it. And Bhagavad Gita explained the hierarchy of confidentiality, of different levels of secrecy of knowledge. This is very secret, you see. I open for you secrets. I just came, It's not kind of, we just came together to have a good time on Friday night instead of going to casino somewhere in the city center. So I give you a secret. You see, there are a different hierarchy of knowledge. And first of all, Krishna speaks about mundane morality. It's called Laukika Dharma. How to do your duty, how to perform your prescribed duties according to your religion. And this is not secret. But then he goes higher. He speaks about Guhyam, means science of the soul. So this is confidential part. We started more secret knowledge from this point. And this is secret of Upanishads. That's why Bhagavad Gita is called essence of all Upanishads. Sarva Upanishada Gava Doktha Gopalanandanam Parthavatsa Sudhir Bhakta Duktha Gitamrita Maha. Duktha, you know Duktha? In Hindi, what is it, Duktha? Duktha means milk. Yeah. Milk. Yeah. Shankaracharya, great philosopher, he explained that Bhagavad Gita is like a cow and Krishna is like a cowherd boy. He milks this cow and he spreads this nectarian milk to all sages, all devotees. And that's why it's considered to be essence of all the Upanishads. So this is science of the soul. It is explained that soul is imperishable, it is unchangeable, indestructible, and so on and so forth, origin and primal Na Jayate Mriyate Vakadachi Navam Bhutva Bhavitavana Puya Jonityam Shashvatayam Puranam Nakhanyate Khanyam Vishari. Never dies, so it came into being and doesn't come into being and so on and so forth. Then next levels of secrecy, of confidentiality. It's called Guhyataram. Guhyataram means about not individual soul but super soul. There is another soul in this body. This body moves, works nicely. Why? Because there is another soul which is called super soul or Paramatma. Have you heard about this? It's very confidential. I'm sure, I can bet with you that you never heard about that knowledge before you came to Krishna consciousness. I'm right? Am I right? It's very confidential. So in this body, there is another soul, supreme enjoyer, Dehinasmin Purushak Param, Upadrashtana Mantacha Bhakta Bhakta Maheshvara, supreme enjoyer in this body, just right there, right here, next to you, even closer than the skin, even more close to you than the skin. So this is very confidential. This is amazing knowledge. Ishvara Sarva Budushu Krit Deshe Arjuna Tishtiti. So Krishna in your heart, Ishvara himself. Okay, then next level, Krishna speaks about Guhyat Tamam. It is most confidential, even more than previous. And this is knowledge about the Supreme Lord, who is a person, and he is a sensual living being. He is transcendental personality with whom you can establish relationship, because he is a source of all emotions, all energy, all opulences, everything. And Krishna speaks about that. Aham sarvaisya prabhu matak sarvam pravadati bhajate mam, and so on. Matach prataram nanyan kinchita sthidhananjaya. So Krishna explained this knowledge, this science about himself, that he is the Supreme Bhagavan, he is the source of everything, he is a personality, and Supreme Personality, we can establish direct connection with him. This our life is actually meant for. And this is very secret knowledge. You never find in any other shastras, in any other religions, in any other doctrines, nothing like that. But there is one more level of secrecy. Even higher. He speaks about Sarva Guhyatama, means secrets of all secrets, most confidential. And what is that? Is anybody can guess what is the kind of knowledge? Even more secrets than Krishna, the Supreme Lord. He stands with a flute, with a peacock feather in bending form, with a forest garland, with beautiful earrings. Then even more confidential knowledge about even more higher. Does anybody knows what is the higher knowledge, even higher than Krishna himself?
Bhakti yoga. Something.
Bhakti yoga, Bhakti yoga, Bhakti yoga dhana. Bhakti yoga, Krishna nama, smarana krandana. Exactly, Bhakti yoga. So you're very close, Prabhu. He speaks about that. He's saying, you become devotee. You become my devotee. Manmana bhava mad bhakto. Sarvadhamnam parityajaki. Just give up all kinds of ideas, what you think about yourself and your duties and everything around. Just surrender to me. Become my devotee. Nam ekam sharanam vraja. That's a higher message, and this is last word of Bhagavad Gita. This is supreme morality. Become my devotee. So that's what Krishna said to all of you. So enough waste of time. So we have to surrender now. This is our last chance. This order, become my devotee. This is most confidential. So you have to remember, if you will forget everything whatever I said today, you just remember this. Okay? So become my devotee. this is confidentiality of Bhagavad Gita. And I explained for you 2 points. Now we're going to this third one, third key point about this knowledge, where Krishna said this knowledge is pavitram. Pavitram, idam uttamam. Pavitram means pure. It is pure. It is extremely pure. It is most purest. Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavam, Purusham Shashvata Divyam, Adidevam Ajam Vibhum. So, most purest knowledge, purest form of activities, as explained in the Vedic literature. Why it is pure? Because this can purify you from all your past sinful or whatever reactions. So, normally, man's sinful activities have been analyzed in the 5 stages. There are 5 stages of our karma. We accumulated a lot of karma during our lifespan in this material world. We accumulated a lot of karma. And karma can be classified in 5 stages. It's maturity, you know, it grows and it goes through the different stages. It is saying, Aprarabdha palam papar uttam bijam palomukha kraminaiva pralete Vishnu bhakti ratatmana. There are 5 stages of karma. Karma means every action has an opposite direction. What goes around comes around. Whatever you've done, so you get same things. So don't blame anyone. So we did it. We done it in the past, now we get it. So this is our karma, what to do. So we stay in New York, we took a birth in a certain environment, in certain culture, that's our karma. We look at the mirror, this is our karma. You look at your karma, this is your face, this is your body. This is called prarabdha karma, means manifested. It's not you, this is your karma. You see, that's the difference. So there are different stages of karma. Like for example, if you plant the seed, right, and it grows, sprout out, and just little small tree comes out. Right? Then it grows and becomes full-fledged tree, and then some fruits come in also. You get mature fruit, ripe fruit. So in the same way, karma goes through the stages. So first stage is called aparabdha. Aparabdha means unmanifested. So we don't know. It is somewhere, you know, in the stock somewhere, you know, stored somewhere in the karana sharira, you know, deep somewhere. We did it in the previous lives, and we don't know what's going to come out. We don't know. So because it's very complicated, all these different karmic reactions, even great sages, they cannot understand. So this is first stage, aparabdha, unmanifested. Then next one is called kuta. Kuta means like in stock. It's like a kind of inclination in your heart, and it's going to be in the next life. Aparabdha, we don't know which life, maybe 10 lifetimes later, or 100 lifetimes, or maybe this lifetime, we don't know. But this kuta, it comes out in the next life. So get ready. We don't know what is it. Then bija, it's called bija. Bija means seed. Little sprout, seed. It's gonna come out in this lifetime. You're gonna get it. And then prarabdha is already manifested. This is gross material body and subtle mental body. This is your prarabdha karma. This is already done, so you already got it. You can't change it, so you have to use it. Just that's it. And then another stage is called palanmukha, which is at the front of your face, and it's gonna hit you in the next moment. So this is called palanmukha. Also your karma. You see? And all these 5 stages can be completely eradicated by performing mature Vishnu Bhakti or Krishna Bhakti. Vishnu Bhakti Ratatmana, Kraminaiva Pralite. Kraminaiva, gradually. Pralite means pralaya, means finish. Annihilate everything. And Vishnu Bhakti Ratatmana. Ratatmana means mature, with happy, with joy, joyfully performed. So Sukham karma. Then all your karma will be finished. Even Prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma means this body in the subtle and gross body. It doesn't mean that you're going to die. No. It's changed. It will spiritualized. Will spiritualized. Even your body, this material body. This is another story. We're not going through that, but anyway, one of the acharyas said, this bhakti can destroy within a blink of an eye the gross and subtle reactions of all types of sinful activities accumulated over thousands of lifetimes. In a blink of an eye, destroy everything. This is power of bhakti yoga. Do you believe me? Quiet. Okay. So Vishnu Bhakti Ratatmana. So for those who engage in devotional service to the Supreme Lord, all sinful reaction, whether fructified in stock in the form of a seed, gradually vanish. It's good news. You want to get rid of all your karmas? Huh? And start from pure page, nothing there. No karma. We'd like to have such, liberated stage of consciousness. It's very nice. Srila Prabhupada explains, those who really engage in devotional service to the Supreme Lord have already been themselves freed themselves from all consequences of their past sins. The method itself is so pure that simply engaging in it, one becomes pure, and so many other quotes. So therefore it is very powerful. So next, number 4 point, saying that it is uttama. Pratyaksha, what is called? Pavitram idam uttama. It is uttama. Uttama means transcendental. So tamas means material world, means ignorance. We live in a world of ignorance, darkness. But this uttama means above, rise above the modes of nature. It is transcendental, it is pure, it is higher knowledge, supreme. It descends from above. It's not like kind of material knowledge. So it's uttama. So uttama, nirguna, sattva. So basically we're covered by the 3 modes of material nature. Rajas, sattva, rajas, tamoiti, guna, prakriti, sambhava. The 3 modes of nature, right? Does anybody feel the same or only me? Does anybody feel that he covered by the modes of nature? Yeah? Sometimes you feel it, yeah? Sattva is okay, more or less. Rajas, but tamas is very depressive. So this is transcendental, uttama, is beyond all coverings. So you get pure transcendental impulse. And it is said that Lord is to be the sun, but this world is like a place of darkness. Wherever there is a sun present, there is no question about darkness. Krishna Surya Samamaya Hana Antakara. Krishna is like a sun. So this is knowledge about Krishna, and Krishna present in this knowledge. So therefore, where there is a sun, where there is a light, there is no darkness. Right? Okay. Therefore, devotional activities are never be considered material. It is transcendental, it is pure, and it is uttama. Where the devotional service exists, the material contamination cannot coexist. Okay, so this is number 4. We're going to the next, number 5. This is called pratyaksha. Pratyaksha avagamam. Dhamyam. Pratyaksha means sense perception. Right? Pratyaksha. That which is before our eyes, aksha. So that means understood by direct experience, this knowledge. You can perceive it, you can get direct experience. It's not like kind of theoretical, dry, and not practical. So this you can get this experience. You can feel it. You can perceive this spirit. You can touch to the spirit. Brahma sparsha. You can reach it out. And agama means is an obvious, real experience, direct experience. So, although senses are imperfect, our senses, not perfect. There are 4 defects of conditioned souls. Does anybody remember those 4 defects of conditioned souls? Like, first of all, first is our senses are imperfect, right? Then what are they? We are prone to commit mistakes because our senses are imperfect. Then we fall into illusion, and then we cheat others, try to make impressions that we are perfect. Karana, Patava, Vipralipsa, Brahma, and Brahmada. This is 4. So senses are imperfect, but still, if we engage in Krishna's service, Krishna is beyond of even the most subtle things. He is supremely transcendental. He is a I make you sleepy. So Krishna is far beyond of any subtle things. He is above the modes of nature. He is a transcendental, far away. So how we can, by our gross material senses, which are imperfect, how we can reach, how we can perceive Krishna's presence, Krishna's qualities? It seems like impossible, right? Krishna is adhokshaja. He is not attained by the senses. He is beyond of our imagination even. Manasa gochara. He is achintya, inconceivable, undescribable, and so on and so forth. He is avyaktamurti. He is non-manifested in this world. So how we can perceive? We don't have a perfect instruments. So it is explained in the Shastra. Atak Shri Krishna namadi nabhavat graham indriyaik. Sevom kehijikvadal swayam vas pratyadaha. So everything starts from the tongue. From the tongue. We use our tongue by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, and then prasadam coming. We're also going to use our tongue to taste beautiful, sanctified food, Krishna prasadam, which been touched by Krishna's transcendental lips. So we're going to get this nectar, and we purify through this process by using our senses in service to Krishna. Our material senses, gross, but we use it in Krishna's service. And it's like we put iron rod into the fire. It becomes fire. It changes nature. In the same way, we use in our senses in the Krishna service. It's like a transcendental alchemy process. When bell metal touched by the mercury, it turns into gold. In the same way, our senses spiritualized through the process of bhakti yoga. In the bhakti laboratory, transcendental alchemy process, and we'll get the experience, direct experience of Krishna's presence. It's called pratyaksha vagavam dharmyam, direct experience by the senses. And you can do this experience every day when you get your beats and you chant very attentively and very concentratedly for at least for half an hour. You just chant with full concentration, with full dedication, and you feel it. You feel the spirit, you feel the energy, the power. So it comes from Krishna. This is your experience, this is direct experience. It's called pratyaksha vagamam. Every day you can get it. Every time. Whenever you take holy name and chant. Does anybody feel like that, or it's just like book knowledge. Has anybody got experience? Yeah? Otherwise you would not be here. Why you sitting here? Why you came? Right? You got experience, definitely. Okay. So that's true. So this power of Krishna consciousness, Krishna Bhakti, Pratyaksha Bhagavan Dharmyam. And we can experience even direct realization of the nature of Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam explained this. It's just like a person feels satisfaction when he eating food, and he at the same time he feels satisfaction, nourishment, and removal of hunger. So in the same way, we by chanting, by following the process of Krishna consciousness, we will get love of God, direct experience of Bhagavan, and as well aversion of sense enjoyment. We become averse, renounce from the sense gratification. Okay, so this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Then next one is number 6 point, key point. It is saying Dharmyam. Dharma. You know what's the Dharma? You don't know Dharma? You from Hindu background? Supposed to know. Huh? You?
Sorry?
You from Hindu background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know what's Dharma.
Is it like money?
Money.
The-
Money is Lakshmi. Lakshmi.
Dharma.
Please say
Is
it.
it purpose?
Huh?
Purpose.
Say it loud.
Purpose.
Purpose.
Yeah.
Purpose.
It's a duty.
Huh?
It's a duty.
Duty, right?
Duty.
Duty. One of the meaning duty. What else?
Could it be knowledge as well?
Dharma.
Type of knowledge?
Knowledge is called jnana. Dharma means duty, morality, law, part of religion, or subtle law, universal law, which maintains everything. Actually, everything rests upon Dharma, not upon earth or law of gravitation. Everything supposed by Dharma. It is saying, Dharma rakshiti rakshitaha. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. You know that? You protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. Everything rests upon Dharma. Dharma maintains everything. So part of religion. And it is, here it is saying that it is a perfect of religion. Why? Because it's supreme Dharma. There's so many Dharmas. Family Dharma, Varga Dharma, Ashrama Dharma, this Dharma. So many Dharmas in the Vedas. You're going to get lost if you're going to figure out what your Dharma. But finally, Krishna said, give up all your Dharmas. Sarva Dharma Parityajya. And take up Supreme Dharma, which is surrender unto me. Mamekam Sharanam Raja. This is called Supreme Dharma or Sanatana Dharma. Have you heard Sanatana Dharma? Sanatana Dharma. It's not worshiping to demigods. No, it's worship to Krishna. So Krishna is supreme. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. This is your Sanatana Dharma. Because we are eternal souls and the servants of Krishna. So we have to serve our source because we're fragmental eternal parts of Krishna. Serving to the source, that means you Sanatana Dharma. This is your eternal occupation of the soul. And it's not like kind of artificial disposition of the mind, but it's eternal natural tendency of the soul. It is your inherited nature, serve to Krishna. It's never be changed. You cannot change it. For example, you can change from one religion to another. You can shift from Hindu to become Muslim or Christian or whatever, right? You can change your religion. It's not a problem. But you never change your Dharma because your Dharma is to serve. Like for example, Dharma of sugar to be sweet, Dharma of cat to catch mouse, right? Dharma of water to be liquid. You cannot change it, right? Sometimes people saying that you freeze the water, it becomes ice. It looks like you change the nature, right? Yeah, it doesn't change because as soon as you put it in a favorable environment, it comes into normal condition. In the same way, we looks like we lost our dharma, our nature. Our nature is to serve, but we try to impose ourselves like enjoyers here in material world, because we in inimical environment, we in the world of matter, in the world of nations. We forgot Krishna. But as soon as we placed in the proper environment, we will acquire it, we'll come back to the normal. Right? And even in our disease condition, we still serve it. We like to serve. We like to serve, you see. We serve it to our families, to our country, nation, children, dogs, or at least our senses. We still serve it. This is our nature. This is called Dharma. Haribo. So this is our Sanatana Dharma. So now we have to redirect to the Supreme Object, who is the Krishna himself. So, and this is called our eternal Dharma, the soul. Savai pumsak parudaram topa kirat hokchaje. So only be soul only be satisfied when there is unmotivated and uninterrupted devotional service to the Supreme Lord. This is called Yayatma suprasiddhati. Atma will be satisfied fully. So this is Dharma, Hare Krishna. And this is this knowledge explaining about Supreme Dharma. Not mundane religion, you know, like Prabhupada said, mundane religion is like a social cosmetics for public life. We try to hide some things and we just make it show that we're religious. That's not your eternal Dharma. Your eternal Dharma is to serve. To serve Supreme Lord. Okay, so number 7 is called Susukam Karma Aviya. Susukam. Sukha means, you know,
Pleasure.
huh?
Pleasure.
Pleasure, yeah, happiness. Sukha means. And Susukha means
Divine pleasure.
intense. It's joyful, you know, it's a blissful. It's not like a happiness, but it's like much more, it's a bliss. Susukam Kartamavya means joyfully performed. So this process is very joyful. Right? Can you feel it? Sometimes when you take prasad. When you go to sleep. Yeah, this is joyfully performed. So, because Krishna, he is the source of all happiness. He is a reservoir of all pleasure. His name Rama. Rama means pleasure. And he is most attractive person, most beautiful. So by serving him, by coming in touch with his qualities and spiritual energy, so you also become joyful naturally, right? You get a little glimpse of that eternal happiness. Ananda, it's called Ananda. You feel good. So Sukha, you become joyful. Not doomed and depressed, you know. No, you become joyful, you become happy. Happy devotee. So happy devotee means this is a real representation of Krishna consciousness. When we're not happy, there's something wrong with our process. We have to figure out. Are you agree? But all other processes are very difficult, like jnana, karma, so many difficulties. Klishod, Hegatarastasham, Avyakta, Vyakta, Chitasam, what is called? Avyakta, Higatir Dukham. Gatir Dukha means misery. And Gatir means part of miseries. When you're doing all other different types of yoga, so they're very difficult. But bhakti is supremely joyful. It is joyfully performed. It is a happy process. So what is it? We come and get together, you see, we chanting, dancing, we feasting, and then we have a little philosophy. We take a rest and again dancing and chanting. It's a good, everyone loved it. Friday night, all people going to the city center to have a dancing and chanting, but not for Krishna, of course. So this is our process. Same, but we can only change the direction, change the center. Instead of to be selfish as self-centered, we become God-centered, right? We put Krishna in the center. And again, dance and chant and feast and philosophy. It's a beautiful life. Do you agree? Okay, so Sukham, most joyful, beautiful, ecstatic process, not static but ecstatic. And number 8, last one, is called Avyayam. Avyayam means everlasting, everlasting. So this is nitya, this is eternal. It's not temporary process. So as soon as you started, they never end. Vedic Dharma has no beginning in history, and it has no end as well. So it is impossible to trace in history the beginning of Vedic Dharma. Actually, Krishna explained in the 4th chapter that this knowledge, before the birth of Manu, Gita was spoken by our Lord to his disciple, son God Vivaswami. Rough estimated is that Gita was spoken at least 120 million years ago. And then in human society it's been delivered 2 million years ago. And now Krishna spoke this Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years ago. So you see, it's eternal knowledge. 120 million years. Wow. So, according to Gita itself, this is eternal. Avyaya implies that the devotee's advancement can never be destroyed as well. So, whatever you've done in this life, you never lose it. It's always with you. Whatever credits you got by your devotional service, you never lose it. You come to the program today, you get your spiritual points on your spiritual bank account. This is your merits with you all the time. You're going to get prasadam, you said Hare Krishna, you get it. So you never lose it. It's always with you. Is it good news? Eh? Let us chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is your eternal credit. So Krishna appreciates it. He put a mark. Okay, you got one more point. So you can accumulate in due course of time. You're getting more. You see, this is spiritual bank account. You're never going to lose it. Everlasting, Avyayam. And you can exchange it for any other things in this world. Of course, you weaken your bhakti if you exchange it. Better to keep it, to make it mature, and finally you get higher supreme goal, which is Krishna Prema. But of course, this is up to you, because we are independent, we have freedom, little freedom of choice to choose whatever we like to. So this is our eternal credit or spiritual bank account, so this is good news. Bhakti is existing forever.
We've got about 10 minutes to 8:30, so if you finish...
Okay, we have a 10. Okay, I'm almost done. So
in
let us finish it.
2-3 minutes, and we'll have
Some questions.
yeah.
Okay, let me make a conclusion, then we go for questions and answers. Okay, pure devotional service is beyond of the modes of nature, and it's also transcendental and transcends the liberation. Therefore, it is called eternal Avyayam. So, conclusion. We make the conclusion. So, thus, the path of Krishna consciousness, the pinnacle of all methods of spiritual elevation and the king of innermost knowledge. This knowledge is the most. Okay. This knowledge is a form of devotional service, is a crest jewel of all types of knowledge. It is supremely confidential, most purifying, experienced by direct perception, and it bestows the fruits of all other religious processes. It is joyfully performed, and it bestows unperishable result. So therefore, devotional service is recommended to everyone. So this is the power of Bhakti Yoga. This is power of this knowledge, and that's why that's why we should be Krishna conscious. We have to take it seriously. We have to apply it. We have to enjoy it and then share with others. So that's why we be Krishna conscious, because it's the best. Nothing else you can find better than this. Are you agree? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama.
Rama.
Hare. Joyfully perform. You see? Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions or comments or realizations or whatever like to share?
A little bit silly question, because we all agree that Krishna consciousness is the best, but I just got a little question.
Please.
Because it comes from as being Hindu and learn about the demigods and pray the demigods when they're so young. So the creation of the demigod was by Krishna as well.
Yeah.
So Krishna created the demigod,
Mm-hmm.
and then giving the knowledge to people is asking people, if not to go to demigod, come straight to me.
Mm.
And what's the purpose of creating the demigods?
Mm.
If we all go direct to Krishna, we
Yeah.
can just do that. But
It's a good question.
so, can you please explain that to us?
Yeah, that's a good question. So you see, for example, it was election yesterday in the British government. Right? So now we changed prime minister. Who is now? How is his name?
Sir Keir Starmer.
What is
Sir Keir Starmer.
Sakir?
Sir Keir Starmer.
Okay, it's difficult for me. I will train this. So anyway, so you see, prime minister, he has a cabinet of ministers. He's a top guy, like, for example, so we have a universal management. Because this management is created according to the topmost management. So there is in universe, there is prime minister also. He is a top person. And then he has his own entourage, cabinet of ministers, those who are in charge for different departments, like Department of Air. His name Vayu. You know Vayu Dev? He's a god of wind. Then Department of Air, Fire, yeah, Agni. Then Department of Sunlight, Surya Dev. Department of Water Supply, Varuna Dev. You see, like in this government, small state of government state, so we have all these kind of things. And this is like very practical and applicable to the situation. In the same way, in universal management, there are also demigods, those who are in charge for different departments. They're in charge for resources in this universe, energy, resources and things. But who is the supreme? Where they getting all these things? From God himself, from Krishna. So they got everything. And if we go into demigod, that means you're going to bribe the officials. You're not going to the person who real possessor, but you're going to bribe them. You know, give me this, give me that, give me this resource, give me money, give me house by the sea and color TV, whatever. So that means you bribe the officials. You're not going to the right possessor who possessed everything. And it is a way for those who are very attached to material things. They have kama, lust, they want to enjoy, and they want to get it. That's why Krishna created this system. At least it's Vedic format, you know, because demigods are the limb of his body, of his universal body. Therefore, by serving demigods, you indirectly serving to Krishna, indirectly. And finally, if you're going to do this, you finally come to the right track, and you come to Krishna service. But it's going to take a long time, maybe life after life you're going to do this. And you're going to take births again and again with all these packages, old age disease, deaths and new births. So what's the use? So better to come to the source of everything and ask him material or spiritual, whatever you like. So, but when you ask for material things, Krishna can give you, no problem, but he will give you without any spell of illusion. He give you like as it is, and you understand what is right, what is wrong. So you're not illusioned by this material energy when you get this from other sources, like from demigods, and you become bewildered. You just become bewildered because of karma, lust, so you become more covered. Kamaistai starhita genam prapadyanten yadevatam. It is saying that those who worship demigods, they have lasting desires, they have hrita jnana, small knowledge, and they're bewildered, they're covered by lust. So better to come to Krishna. Even if you have material desires, no problem. Why? All of them, they are servants of Krishna. Shiva, Brahma, Durga, all of them. So Krishna is supreme. It is saying, Akama sarva kama va moksha kama udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogina vrajenta purusha param. Whoever, some of the people, they akama, they don't have any desires. Some of them sarva kama, they have a lot of material desires. And somebody moksha kama, they have desire for liberation. But still, all of them, they have to come to Krishna. This is proper way how to realize your desires, get rid of that, and create pure desire, develop pure desire, serve Krishna unconditionally, unmotivatedly, with pure love, and then you will be blissful and sublime. This is real happiness.
Okay, so we'll do 5 minutes of kirtan.
No problem.
So if you could just move the chairs.